Hello, welcome to One Terrible Thing About Swords. One terrible thing about swords is the learning curve. I'd like to propose that there are actually two learning curves that occur. The first is in relation to ability, and the second is in relation to awareness of that ability. The difficult part is that these two curves do not progress at the same rate. If you pick up a sword and you begin to cut with it on a regular basis, pretty soon, speed, accuracy, and power will be your allies. It does not take long to develop some skill. As for awareness, this is the kind of thing that develops only later, and when it does, it can kind of hit like a freight train. Cuts that you used to think were really good may not seem so good anymore. You may find yourself looking back on your previous practice and cringing, thinking, how did I ever think that this was good? This is terrible. And at this point, we may feel as though our awareness has outstripped our ability, where we see that we should be able to do things in a better way, but aren't quite yet able to actually accomplish that. If you suffer from perfectionism, which is inherent to sword practice, there's a very good chance that you're going to run up into this wall before too long. The questions that I would like to ask are, how do we take this awareness and actually make it useful? To make it something other than a crushing perfectionistic mountain that can never be fully climbed. This isn't to say that technique isn't important, or that striving for a better way isn't critical to improvement, because it is. The reason why posture is so important is that a correct structure and posture can go a long way towards preventing injury. It's very easy to hurt your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, even your lower back, even your upper back between your shoulder blades. And awareness of these things, theoretically, should be enough to make it all right. But in practice, it still takes effort. It still takes dedicated attention to making small changes like this. And in the case of trying to adjust to a better structure, it's very easy for other parts of the technique to get thrown out of whack. Changing one aspect can have a cascade effect, requiring other aspects of body mechanics to also adjust before the cut can actually work well. This can be very discouraging, because it can make you think at first that the new adjustment isn't actually working. It's important to step back and start asking the right questions. Why aren't my shoulders level to begin with? What benefit do I get from dropping my lead shoulder? And the answer is simple. By dropping the lead shoulder, I add power to the cut. I add downward force so that I can pinch the target between the sword and the stand, and add more stability to the path of the sword. But is there a better way? And does a better structure offer that better way? What if I kept my shoulders level and dropped my entire body to add power to the cut? If dropping the entire body weight offers more power than dropping the lead shoulder, then this makes a lot of sense. Some adjustment might need to be made. The stand might need to be lowered, the target angling might need to be changed, but some understanding, some difference has to occur in order for this change in technique to be successful. In closing, I would like to say thank you very much to everyone who has offered me support, advice, and encouragement. I've received a lot of it, but given that, it's still my job to make it work.